Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a Genshin account tour. This is the first time I've done one and I've been playing for 2.5 years, and I would like to document my progress because I'm probably about 80% through everything on Genshin. So, we're nearing end game. So I'd like to record all my progress that I've put into this game, because hours and hours and hours of work, as you know, goes into playing Genshin Impact. So, and also the cost of, the money that gets put into it, that we put into it, unless you're a free-to-play player. But that doesn't make it any less important, because time is more valuable than money. So today I'm going to run through my exploration, how far, everything I've explored so far and what's left to explore. Then we're going to look at my characters, and then we're just going to run through other areas of my account. And so yeah, get a drink, make yourself cozy, and let's get started. So let's go into my exploration first. So one thing I do love about Genshin is exploring. So I do a lot of exploration, and I'm a completionist as well. So being a Virgo, it can't be helped. I can't leave things not done. So I've worked very hard to explore a lot of the map, and that's helped me to keep my spending down on the game, because obviously exploration will provide resources in order to get characters. So we'll start with all the areas that I've completed, and then we'll look at what's left to complete. So as you can see, we're at the desert, and I've 100%ed all of this, and I have these two left, and I've done the Lost Nursery. Then we've go over to the Samaru rainforest, and I've done all of these as well. It took ages. I did love exploring the desert. I think with the desert you either love it or you hate it. I really love it. I love the puzzles. I just liked being in the desert. Like, if there's any excuse for me to go back to the desert, I will go there. Like, I will do I've set my dailies to Samaru. So I will go and do the ones in the desert. Like, say that this one here, I'll do that today because it's in the desert. I just love it. I just love the vibes. So we've got Samaru here, and this was a bum to complete, but we got there in the end. Like, it's so, like, when you 100% in each area, it feels such an achievement. It's like, oh my god, I've 100%ed it at last. It was an absolute grind. Now, I'm gonna be upfront with you. I did not find all the R&Rs, and the reason I know that is because, you know, the chest that is in, I think it's the chest that's underground here. The chest that's in the room with all the chests in, I've probably got about, indicating I've probably got about 15 R&R that I haven't found. And will I ever go and find the rest of them? Probably not. Probably not, unless in the future I've completed everything and I'm really bored and I decide to do it. I'm not that concerned about them, because at the end of the day I've been able to 100% without finding them. What I will do, one tip for R&R, if you've got a few left and you haven't done this, you see these little, these are towers with the red cross on. The circles with the red cross on are towers. So when you go to there's an R&R towers, so you go to the tower, and you go to the tower, and you, with an electro character, and you, with the magnifying glass or the telescope, whatever it is that's up there, you hit it with electro, and it will uncover any hidden R&R there. And then check behind you, and then there'll be should be an R&R there if it's not been found, if you've not done it already. So I think there's about 8 or 9 of these. So you just go around in this rainforest bit. So there's one there. You see there's one there, there's some over here, there's some here, and there's some there. So That's just a quick tip if you can't find some. Anyway, so if you need any more help on that, just comment below. So then the next one, we've got Leeway and the Chasm. So with the Chasm, you know what, I've got a new controller, so I keep pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. So with the Chasm, I have not completed the Chasm though, so this is my progress on the Chasm. So I've still got some of these little stones to find. I've nearly found them all. And I know that there's still some chests that need to be found, and I think there's 2 puzzles that need to be found as well. I do have the compass, so it shouldn't take me that long if I really dedicate time to it. So, yeah. But above the Chasm is completed. So, yeah, so we've done Leeway. And if we go up here, I've done Chenyu Vale. When Chenyu Vale first come out, I did all the exploration for it. Because I just loved the area. It was so pretty. We don't get to go back there. It'd be nice if there was reasons to go back to some of these areas. This region here is done. I mean, some of these areas, it would be nice for them to do little events so that they're not neglected, every now and then, so that we can have a reason to go back once we've explored them. So then we've got Mondstadt and all of the surrounding areas there. Dragonspine, I've got 72% on Dragonspine. That still needs to be done. And I've just been putting it off, to be honest, but it will get done. The best character to explore Dragonspine with is Daya, because she can withstand the cold. And I've got a C1 Daya, and she self-heals better than she does at C0. And so I always take her to do anything there as a DPS. So yeah, that's that. And then we've got, let's go, Inazuma. Let me just go down to Inazuma. So we're going to look at areas that are not, because I'm going to Inazuma and I haven't done much there. So I've got a love-hate relationship with Inazuma. I like the way it all looks, but I hate the puzzles and things. Those things where you have to, like with Kinich, and you do the flying and you grapple onto the things in the air. And well, in the Zuma, they've got the purple ones, like the electric ones. I don't know why, but I just can't. Maybe because I haven't spent much time in that area, but I can do them, but I always fall down on the puzzle ones. I fall down, and I'm there for ages trying to redo it. It's really frustrating. Like the puzzles here are really frustrate me. So I'm saving Inazuma until last, basically. So I'm in no rush, because also in Azuma I've got quests to do there. I know that there's quests to do there. Look, I've got domains to open. It's all neglected, basically. So let's move on to Fontaine. So Fontaine, I like Fontaine. It's one of my favourite areas. The only thing is, I do like the concept of the underground, swimming underground and all that stuff. I think that's great. It's nice. But for some reason, I just can't swim under there for long periods of time. When I'm doing exploration, I feel like I have actually swum under there. I feel like I've actually gone and swum underwater there. That's how I feel exhausted. So, I do love it. I think it's really, amazing how they've put that together. So we've got these regions, 63%. And yeah, so we've got some work to do in Fontaine. And I've been taking my time in Fontaine because I do like Fontaine. I like being there. I've got a lot of characters from Fontaine. My favourite quests to do are the Fontaine ones. I just love it. So I've saved the Archon quest. That's got, the recent Archon quest that's come out with it's more Fontaine based. I'm saving it because I just know I'm going to love it. So anyway, so the Fontaine region there needs to be dealt with. Inazuma needs to be dealt with. Natland. So I'm not keen on Natland. I don't know why, I just can't. I mean, yeah, everything's amazing in Genshin. That's why I play it. I love the high quality game, and it's free for us to play if we wish. So I'm grateful for every single talented person that has put hours and hours of work into these regions. I just find when I say I don't like a region, it's not because of that. It's just because I personally find it difficult to even navigate around or do the puzzles. It's nothing to do with the actual game. But anyway, so I did I think it was a world quest here. That's why it's 50%. And then while I was doing, so when I go and do when I go and do areas and quest in them, I try to pick up anything I see along the way so that it helps with my exploration. So I did explore a bit while I was doing the world quest there. So I tried to do that anyway, just to so I don't have to keep going back too much to areas. So yeah, this one needs some attention. So these are more recent areas, I just haven't got to them. And I don't have the treasure compass for Natland yet. I'm close to getting it, so I stopped exploring because they've really improved that treasure compass twice now. So now we're at a point with the treasure compasses where they're really helping complete areas. So I thought, well, let me just wait until I get treasure compass, and I'm just going to blitz through and really focus on 100% in these areas. So I love this whole volcanic thing here in there. I don't love it when I'm walking around here and there's stones rolling towards me and I have to keep dodging them. But anyway, so we've got a lot to do in Natland. We've got some quests. I have been slowly working through the quests for Natland and things like that. So I am working on it, but it's slow progress. I haven't been prioritising Natland, to be honest with you. So I think there's another area. This one, there's 2 areas as well that need work. So we've got this one, and I think it's because it's under the water. Why I haven't finished it. Let's see is it showing me the progress? 40%. So we've got the Sea of Bygone Eras there. I don't mind this area. It's actually quite fun to explore, but again, because it's underwater, it takes a lot of work. This one, Enkanomia. I haven't done a lot here. I've still got teleports to open. I actually, to tell you the truth, I actually forgot this area was here. Completely overlooked it. Then I did go and do some work on it and got it up to 44%, and haven't really been back since. So we got that. So I've still got quite a lot of exploration to do, which I'm really pleased about because, in a way, I don't want the exploration to end. I know that they're adding new areas, but I'm not sure if they're adding new areas after Nod Kai or not. I don't know what the situation is there. So, because they're saying there's endgame content, does that mean they're going to not expand the map anymore? What do they mean by endgame content? Do you know what I mean? Like all this talk about endgame content, does that mean you're going to stop adding content to the game? Like, what is going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, what about us players that actually want to continue playing Genshin? Anyway, so, I have slowed down with my exploration because I don't want to complete absolutely everything and have nothing to do in Genshin because I just love the game so much. So with the teapot, I'm going to do separate videos on that because that's a whole video in itself because I've done a lot of work in my teapot. I do love the teapot and I spend a lot of time in my teapot doing stuff like building. So I've got a few videos on my channel already for the teapot. So if you're interested in watching some of those, you can, because this channel used to be a teapot main channel, but I've changed it now because I want it to be more diverse because I play other games. So that's my exploration. And let's look at my characters. Right, so the pride and joy of my account, Nicolette. Now, I'm going to preface to say so I don't spend too long looking at every single character and going through their artefacts, because I know obviously people will be interested in seeing what artefacts are on the characters. Now, with the artefacts, for Nouvellette, I change out Nouvellette's artefacts whenever I get better artefacts for him. Now, he does have good artifacts, but I think there's one or two that needs work. Like I'm waiting to get better. I think it's just one actually that I'm waiting to get a better artifact for. So I used a Akasha system. I think it's Akasha, and I check my characters probably every 6 months. I run through, especially all my 5-star characters, and see where we're looking with their builds and their artifacts. So I know exactly what I've got. I note it all. I've written it all down. I've got a log of my characters and what artifacts need improving and what artifacts I need. So the artifact situation with my characters is like end game stuff, like, you know, for me to focus on. So what I do is I just focus on the characters that I play daily and make sure that their artifacts are as best they can. I change them out, I review them often. So, but what I don't do is I don't go into artifact domains and grind out for the perfect artifact. Obviously, I'll give it a good go, and if I get good artifacts, that's great. But at the moment, like so far, I've just been focused on other areas of the game. I'm not an Abyss main. I don't really care about the Abyss. I nip in there to get Prima Gems. Other than that, I really don't care about the Abyss or anything like that. I just use those things to get Prima Gems. So, like I say, all the Abyss stuff is for people that are at endgame and don't have anything else to do in Genshin. As far as I'm concerned, I enjoy all the other aspects of Genshin. So that being said, all my characters have got artifacts, the best that I've found and collected for them, but it's an ongoing project. As I'm going to show you all the artifacts, and then you can see the progress that I've made to date, and then if I improve anybody in my future update videos for my Genshin account, I will run through. I'll probably do a run through of an update characters like this tour anyway, when I've improved or like brought them all up, because most of my characters, I think nearly all my characters need talents. I haven't worked on their talents. I've been really poor at doing the weekly bosses. So this is all stuff that I'm going to be working on. Anyway, Neuvillette. So Neuvillette I use every day. He's my pride and joy of the account. I've got his weapon. Right, so his artifacts. So let's just start here. So that's that. This one. See if you can spot the one that's not great. This one and this one. So that's his artifacts, just again for you to see. So that's his artifacts, and then we've got C0. I'd like to get C1 Neuvillette. I'm working on triple crowning him. So I have got some of his weekly boss stuff, but I haven't got the conversion resource. So I do fight the Wolf of Wolvenden every week to try and get it, but he's been very stingy in giving me the conversion resource. So I'm going to fight him again. I think I need to fight him again actually for this week before it resets. So he has had a couple of crowns, but I need him. So I want to get him fully triple crowned and all of that. So yeah, his talents are a work in progress. Like, I'm really spending time trying to get his talents up now. Farina. So with Farina, I do not like fighting her boss to level her up, but I did it anyway. I got there in the end. Once I got Escoffier, which was recently, I finished up because Escoffier, she just added so much value to my team. So I managed to finish up Farina's bosses and get her to level 90 recently. Her weapon, I tried to get Farina's weapon whenever she reruns. I've had Farina since she first came out. And I've been trying every rerun. I try to get her weapon. I can never get her damn weapon. So she had a different weapon, and then recently I got the Wolf Fang, and I've only just managed to get that to level 90. Her artifacts. So we got that. Now, her artifacts aren't perfect either, but they're getting there. I've checked them recently. They still need a bit of work. But as far as all my characters do what they're supposed, like, they're not lacking. Like I say, I don't go in the abyss, so having perfect artifacts really hasn't hindered my account, to be honest, because I mainly focus on quests, exploration, and all the other, and the teapots and all that. They're the things that I focus on. I do, like I say, when I do go in the abyss to get primogems, I go in there, I fight all the floors as much as I can to get as far as I can so I can get primogems. All I care about is the primogems. So, you know, obviously once I've completed everything in Genshin, all the exploration, all the quests, I'll need to use the abyss. I'll have to take the abyss a bit more seriously because that'll be my main resource for primogems. So, you know, that being said, work will be done to ready for that, but at the moment I haven't really been that bothered about it. So Farina, yeah, so that's her artifacts, and her talents are, I'm working on her talents as well. So I've been really good now about my weekly bosses. Like I say, I need to convert, I've got some to convert for Farina as well. I need to go and do all the weekly bosses today because I think they're going to reset tomorrow. So that's Farina. Now I got Escoffier. I'm so blessed to have Escoffier. She is such an asset to my account. I needed the Cryo. I have had Shenha since the beginning of my account, and I've never built her. I've just never been interested in building her. But I will build her because I want to see how she runs with Escoffier. So that will be a project I need to do. About Escoffier, I built her straight away, level 90. I haven't got her weapon, I couldn't get it. I tried to get it, couldn't get it. But she's on Favonius Lance in the meantime, and then when she reruns, I'll be getting her weapon as a priority. Her artifacts, these are what I've got on her at the moment. Obviously I just had to put on what I had, so I think this these can be improved, but for now I just put on what I had. Obviously she's a recent character, so we haven't gone into sourcing artifacts for her. So her talents, I need to get her kitchen skills up to level 6, and then we can start working on beyond that. Then we've got Layla. Layla is level 90. Layla has been a huge asset to my team, my Nouvellette team. She's because she's a shielder, so I use her for Nouvellette's interruption resistance along with Farina. So if I'm in, you know, fights and stuff, I will use Layla's shield to shield Nouvellette while he is dishing out his damage in fights. Her shield and her skill are really good, really strong. I need to level up her sword. I think I can actually do that today, so that's something I'll do today, but I keep forgetting to level up her. I keep forgetting that her sword's only level 80, so we need to work on that. And these are Layla's artifacts. So Layla's artifacts have been doing the job, so I haven't really, because she's got like crit damage and crit rate on there, so a decent amount, so she's doing a decent amount of damage for me in what I do in Genshin, and her shield and everything really helps the team. She's been working excellent with Escoffier, so I use her with Escoffier, Farina and Nouvellette. Nouvellette the DPS, Farina the sub DPS, then Escoffier, and then Layla as the shielder. So I've got C1 Layla, and her talents are, I'm not sure I'm gonna level her talents beyond this. I don't think it's needed for what I use her for. I think if you're doing DPSs and sub DPSs, I think talents need to be all the way up. But the support characters like this that you're using for only specific reasons, they're not priority for me. So Kazuha, I've had Kazuha as well, all through my Genshin. He's been such an asset to my account. He was on my daily team all the time. I still use him as well on my account as well. I use him on all the time. He's just not on my daily team, but I do use him a lot still. So he's on Iron Sting. He's up to 90. His artifacts are these artifacts. That's his artifacts. I've only got one copy of him, and his talents are leveled quite up. With Kazuha, it does benefit to have his talents leveled up, so I will continue. I'm probably going to crown this talent of his. Probably these two, maybe. I'm going to crown. Garmin, I've had Garmin from his first... A lot of the characters that I've got, I've had from their first runs. So Garmin is at 90. I like Garmin's playstyle, and I was using him a lot when I first got him, but I've since don't use him, and I stripped him of his artifacts, and I've moved his artifacts onto more important characters, so his artifacts are not... I've just fast equipped these. He is at C5, so he's definitely going to be worth finishing off. So I'm definitely going to finish Garmin off because he's fun to play. I love playing. When I do play him, he is fun, but because I've stripped his artifacts and I need to find decent artifacts, I can't use them at the moment. Navia, and she's level 80. I need to get her to level 90. I don't know why I've not got her and her weapon to level 90. She's pretty, but she does do... I do use her, and she does what she needs to do, and her artifacts need sorting out as well. So I'm not really going to go into her artifacts because they're not really that... They're not... I've got artifacts. So I'm trying to get like her actual set on her, which is why I'm not that... these are temporary basically, so I'm trying to get this set on her. I think it's this set, but look at that defense, that needs to come off, so we're not using that. And this flower is fine for now, so this flower's on her so that she's got enough HP for me to use her if I need to. And this one, so as you can see, artifacts are not artifacting. Talents are at level 4 for each one at the moment. Right, so we've got Ryan. He is... I love him. His character design is gorgeous. Look at those eyes. Look at that design. I just absolutely am in love. Just love him. So because I now am in love with him, I need to get him to level 90. I want to get... I took this off official because I'd never use official. I don't really use bow characters, but I'm going to make an exception for him. As you're going to notice, all my bow characters are not built because I just don't... Skill issue. I just don't use them. But he is good for exploration, excellent for exploration. So I use him to explore, and I use his burst in fights. If he's on my team and I'm exploring and we're fighting, I'll use his burst and his skill, but I don't use his normal attack. I don't use him as like a normal attacker. So anyway, we're working on his artifacts here. They're not all done, but we'll just run through what I've got so far. Not great. There's defense on all of these as a substat. It's annoying. But obviously, if I want to stick to the same, like this set for him, Scroll of the Hero of Cinder City, it's going to take a while to get the right artifacts from there. He's a C1. Talents are Nini, all level 6. I need to get that level 4 up to level 6. So we're doing some work on him. I'm just slowly working on him. He's not a priority, but I do like working on him. But look at him. Gorgeous. Anyway, Chevrez. Chevrez is level 80. Her weapon's level 80. She's important to put on the pyro teams. So I do need to make more effort to build her. So I haven't got... Her artifacts are not sorted. Anyway, Chevrez level 80, weapon level 80. Her artifacts are not completed. She's C4, and I've been working on her talents. Bennett, I've got C6 Bennett. I do not like Bennett. I don't use him. I'm not good at using him. I just don't like his playstyle, so I don't use him. I only pull him out if it's an emergency. I've stripped him of... I used to use him, obviously, because I had no choice in the early game. And yes, he helped out, but not that much. So I stripped him of his artifacts. He's now a C6. His talents are up. I'm not wasting any more resources on him. Zhangling is level 80. Weapon 70. artifacts, no, non-existent. C4 talents. Zhangling, I will be building when I need to do things like when I'm at endgame and I need to rely more on the abyss and stuff like that for resources. She's going to get built fully. Actually, is it her talents? I can actually level her and Bennett. I can actually level them to level 90. As you can see, I've got all of those. It's these. Because I've got a lot of Pyro characters like Dea, Arlecchino. Have I shown Arlecchino? So, no. So there are a few characters that I still need to show that I will be showing their artifacts. So I can level her up to level 90, but I don't want to waste the gemstones on her to level 90. But also, we need to collect some more of those. I can craft those. So she's ready to be leveled, but I'm not using the gemstone on her, basically, yet. Zhang Yan, I've got her weapon. She's level 70. I used to use her for the desert exploration. Excellent for exploration. She is top tier exploration material. Like, she's a character. I've replaced her with Orion because I like his exploration feature more. But them two, I could put them two together. The problem is that they're not built, so I can't put them together. So when I have to fight along the way for the exploration, I don't want my characters dying. So I can only use one of them, so that I've got 3 other team members that can deal with all the fighting along the way. So that's her talent. But I do, I went out of my way to get her weapon. I think she's a nice, I love her. So I really want to put some time into building her. Obviously, look at that, beautiful. So she's definitely getting built. Now Milani, when I got her, I was like, right, I'm going to build her, blah, blah, blah. She's also good for Natland exploration because of the surfing and everything. She got me through some stuff. When I first got her, she got me through some of like the lava stuff and all that. But since then, I haven't used her, and her playstyle's okay. It's not my favourite. I've got other characters I prefer to use. It's like because I've got a Hydro. I've got Hydro characters that I use more. Nivelette and Farina. I use them as a staple, so I haven't really had to use Milani. The only time I use Milani is the Imaginary Theatre, when you have to use more characters. So she will be getting built for the Imaginary Theatre because it's good to have all my 5-star characters are going to get built basically at some point. I've got her weapon. I just stopped putting my resources into her for now, and that's her talents. Beidou has been a staple of my account all throughout probably the last 2 years of playing Genshin. Even though she's at level 70, her weapon is... The bell works really well on Beidou, by the way. So... And then she's got her artifacts. I've changed up her artifacts recently. Because I recently run her through the Akasha, and she's in the top 48%, even though she's not fully built. So she needed an improvement somewhere, so I changed this. I think it's this artifact. It needs finishing. Building. So I'm working on Beidou because she is a good character. I need to finish her up, basically. But she's C4, that's why she's quite strong. And her talents and I've worked quite a lot on her talents. So yeah, she's top 48% in Akasha, so that's quite good considering she's only level 70. So I am gonna finish her up because she's a good asset to the to my account, and I've relied on her as a electro character because I only recently got Kuki. Shinobu, which I've replaced her with Kuki Shinobu now because Kuki's stronger. So anyway, Mavuika, I'm building her at the moment. She's level 60. I want her weapon, and I know she's on the current banner, or she's going to be on the current banner. I think, is she out on the current banner, or she's going to be on the current banner from Wednesday. But I want to save my Prima gems because obviously the Nod Cry characters are coming. So I don't want to spend too much money on my account. So I have put the Wolf's Gravestone on her, and I think I will leave that. I will level up that Wolf's Gravestone. She can use it, then I'm going to give it to... and when I get her weapon, I'm going to give that to Diluc. Because he's got a Wolfstone Gravestone sword, but it's not built. So I'll just swap it, and I don't use them. So yeah, I need to get all of her... I need to get all of her artifacts sorted. Those are her temporary artifacts, and I need to get a talent. So Mavrika is a work in progress. Kinich, I've built Kinich as much as possible. There are some improvements that could be made for Kinich, but like his weapon, I need his weapon, but it's not a priority because this weapon's been fine for him. And these are his artifacts. Because she's fully built, I'll go into them because he is using these artifacts are in use, so I'll show you them. So that's, he's got a Dendro damage bonus goblet. This one could be improved. That's okay. So there are some improvements with Kinich's artifacts, as you can see, especially here. That needs to be replaced. But yeah, but he does the job. Like I say, I do use him to fight weekly bosses, and he does the job. And his talents are up to C6. Arlecchino, her along with Neuvillette, I would say are my most my most valuable characters that I want to be very strong. So these two, I am constantly working on them. So Arlecchino, she had the white tassel until her recent rerun, and her recent rerun I got her weapon, so I'm now leveling up her weapon. I'm so happy that I got her weapon. I didn't have it for ages, and it was really bothering me because obviously valuable character, one of the most valuable characters on my account. So now I feel really good. Great. I feel good that I have her weapon. She is nearly completed. So her artifacts, along with Neuvillette, I check her artifacts in Akasha and I work on them. So at the moment, these are artifacts. She needs a better pyro damage bonus goblet. I want her to have a pyro damage bonus goblet, but I need one with better substacks. So, and this is an off piece as well, and this is for an Animo character, but this is all I have. So it is what it is for now, and she does the job for what I use her for. But for the later stages of what going to be using her for, I need to get a better pyro damage bonus goblet, and as soon as I get that, she's getting it. The rest of her stuff is not too bad, so the flower could be improved as well, because it's got some defense on there and stuff. So I think the flower and certainly the goblet needs to be replaced. So that's her artifacts. I want to get a C1 as well, obviously. Who wouldn't want a C1? Arlecchino. That's her talent. I'm working on her talents as well. Weekly bosses. So Dea is another valuable people don't rate Dea. Now, if you don't rate Dea, I know what is wrong with you. Like, Dea is one of the best characters on Genshin. And my Dea is C1, and she self-heals. Like, she's the most what's the word? So if I'm bringing her to she's a character you want to bring for fights, weekly bosses, all that type of thing, because she self-heals. You know, and then at C1, her self-healing is even higher. And she's such a strong character. Like, I don't see why people don't rate Dea. She's one of the most important characters to have on your account. Anyway, that being said, this is my Dea. I use Dea all the time. She's a staple. She's a valuable character for me. She's a staple on my account. I love her. So I recently gave her the Serpent Spine. It took me ages to get that damn weapon. She was using the Rain Slasher before that, and that was doing a good job, I tell you. If you don't have a Serpent Spine for Dea, use the Rain Slasher and level that up and R5 it and give it to Dea. Artifacts. These are her artifacts. So that's her artifacts. Like I said, she's a C1, and these are her talents. I'm going to level all of her talents up. Can you imagine once her talents are leveled up, she's going to be unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Anyway, there's nothing to see here. Charlotte, so Charlotte, I started working on Charlotte, and then I realised I didn't like her fighting. So I will level her up because I have Charlotte at I've got C6 Charlotte, and that would be a waste if I didn't level her up. So she does need to be, I'm going to continue working on her just for the fact that she's C6, and I can't overlook that. So yeah, she's going to get worked on. I really started working on her. I was going to build her, and I got her to this point within like probably 2 days. I got her to this stage, like the level 80, her weapon up, and all of that stuff, talents up. And then I was just like, actually, I don't like her play style. Anyway, we'll come back to Charlotte. Rosaria, obviously no one really uses Rosaria, but imagine it, we've got to think about the imaginary theatre. Now, Rosaria is a good character, 4-star character to build for imaginary theatre. I've used her, and she's not even I built her to level 80 because she's a 4-star character and not that valuable to my account, so I haven't got her to level 90. So this is as far as I've got her. I've also mixed her. I don't want her using up valuable resources like artifacts, so she just uses these. I think I have taken some artifacts from her. She actually did have a full set of artifacts, but as I've got new characters, I've had to take them off her. So her artifact situation needs to be sorted out. And I've got a C4 Rosaria. We can't put that to waste, you know? So I do bring her out, and her talents are up. Diona. I wanted to use Diona as a shielder, but then she's not as good as Layla, so I don't use her. When I got Layla, I just don't use Diona. But I'll use her. Obviously, she if she has to come up to be used, because I've only got one proper shielder, she needs to be a secondary shielder, so she does get brought out for things that I need where, say like the Abyss, you need 2 teams, and I can only put Layla on 1 team. But again, I took her artifacts from her, and I've got her at C6. I mean, who doesn't have Diana at C6 at this point for a long-term player? Anyway, so that's Diana. Kuki Shinobu, love her play style, just love her. Her weapon is Iron Sting. Her artifacts are, I use her all the time now. I want is it Varessa? I'm dying for her. I love Varessa's play style. I couldn't get her when she came out, so when she reruns, like, she is a priority 5-star character for me, Varessa, because I don't have a 5-star Electro character. I need Varessa, so she's on my wish list. So these are her artifacts at the moment. Obviously 4-star, we're not gonna give her top artifacts that because 5-star characters need them, so she gets by on these. Constellation, talents, Kaya. Obviously I used Kaya for the first year of my account, you know, so that's what he's looking like. I do want to build Kaya. Look at him. I think he could still be useful, so I'm going to build him. If I'm going to build him, though, he needs to be very strong, because there's no point using him, because he just won't stand up against the current day's damage situation. So I'd have to build a very strong Kaya for him to be useful, but that would be a good project to do, to see if I can do it. So, and I need to get his, if he goes in the shop, I don't know if he's been in the shop. You know the amount of times he's been in the shop and I haven't got his constellations? That is such a huge mistake. So if he ever goes in the shop again, I need to get his constellations. Like, we can't muck about. Fischl, I don't like Fischl. I do put her, I've got a C6 Fischl, and she is very beneficial to people's accounts. To my account, I just don't use her. She doesn't add value to my account because I haven't built her. I don't like I say, I don't like bow characters. I recently gave her this, She will get built, obviously, for endgame content. She's going to need to get built, but yeah, she's now become a bit redundant. I don't think people really use Fischl anymore. Holy, so I used her for Summer Exploration because you need a Dendro Bow character to complete Summer Exploration. So I only built her enough to be on the team to do exploration in those areas. I've since taken her artifacts off. But that's where she's at. We got Kirara, and I recently got Kirara within the last year, I think. So I'm interested in building her. So I want to build more Dendro characters because my account's only got Kinich. I think just Kinich. So she's on Dockland's assistant, and she hasn't got any artifacts on her. She's C3. Hello. I think that was all within once. Like when I got her, I got a lot of her, if you know what I mean, in one go. She came in freeze. So yeah, I'd love to build her. I think she would be a great character for like exploration, just like to have fun with, basically. Candice, like Candice and Orion. Look at them. They're just both beautiful. Look at their eyes. Look at that. Love her. I absolutely adore her. She was one of my first characters on my account. I've had her for ages. But she's a pole character, and yeah, I do use pole characters, but I wish she was a sword character. I would have built her to level 90, but she's got Arlecchino's old weapon, the white tassel. I don't know how she got that. I didn't purposely put that on her. I think I know what happened. I swapped when I got Arlecchino's weapon. I swapped it out. I put it on her, and then I had put the white tassel on somebody else, and then I must have got their weapon or swapped their weapon, and then whatever weapon, and then Candice ended up with it. So, but yeah, she can hold on to it for now. I'm not gonna take it off her for now. Anyway, I've got a C5 Candice. I'm gonna build her like just for funsies. Barbara, I've got C6 Barbara. She can heal your whole team, but she obviously I've since got other healers that bet like the more like Scoffia heals the whole team now. I've got Scoffia's healing. I think I put healing bonus on Scoffia. She heals my team, so I don't really need Barbara, and I've got other characters that heal, so yeah. Wanderer, I don't use Wanderer. I've never used him. I only use him if I need to get something that I can't reach. I'm like, Wanderer, I can't reach, please can you come and get it for me? So I called him the Summeru baddie, even though he's not from Summeru, but it was the whole quest that I did. You know the quest where you can name him? And at the time, I just named him Summeru baddie because I couldn't think of anything else, and it was like I was doing Summeru stuff. I think I can change his name, but when I think of something better, I'll probably change it, but for now he's the Summeru baddie. I do like his little design and everything, but I think he's just outdated. Like, I don't even know whether it's even worth building him. But he's handy to have when I can't reach something. For exploration. Jean, I've never used Jean. I've had Jean for ages. I don't know why I never used her. I just probably had better characters. But I love her. I love the way she looks. I might build her for fun as well. Shenhar, she definitely needs building. I'm ashamed to say that I've had Shenhar since the beginning for 2.5 years. Well, not 2.5. I'd say I've had her for a good 2 years, and she's just been sitting on my account unbuilt. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, that's out of order. Oh, I've waited so long to get Shenhar. Like, a lot of people have only recently got her and everything, and I've secretly had her sitting here unbuilt all throughout the time that she's not rerun. I got her early, like when she last, not like the recent times, in the last 2 years when she's been on the banner, that's when I got her, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I recently got this weapon, I've put that on her because I'm going to build her. Now I've got a Scoffia, she's getting built, and I just think she's gorgeous as well, look at that. Beautiful. So I'm going to build her. And I think what it was her bosses. I couldn't at the yeah, that was it. So back then, when my account wasn't that strong, I couldn't fight her bosses. So her bosses were too difficult, and that's why she's not been built. So I just avoided fighting her bosses. That was the problem. But now I've got a stronger account. I've got characters that can defeat her bosses. So there's no excuse. She needs to be built ASAP. Then I'm going to run her with a Scoffier to see how that works, because that'll be fun. So I'm actually quite excited to build her. Not Nahita. Now, before you come at me that she's not built, I actually only just got Nahita on her last run. I think it was when it was her birthday thing. I was like, all throughout my Genshin account, Nahita has not been on the banners, I don't think, or she's been on the banners and I didn't get her. But I finally got her, and she is not really that relevant. But I think that she's a huge asset still to the account, because when you're talking about imaginary theatre and things like that, she is a good character to have built. So she's getting fully built. Look how cute she is. But obviously there's stronger characters that are more priority, and that's why I haven't built her since. But so I've only had her not very long. So you can't come at me for that, but you can for Shinha. I'll overlook anything like that. Anyway, Diluc, also recently got Diluc. I'm not leveling up his weapon because, like I say, once I get Mavwika's weapon and level that up, I'm gonna level the gravestone for her to use for now. And then it will go to Diluc once I get Mavwika's weapon. I mean, I should try to get that. I don't know if I should get it in the current banner, because what about if she doesn't? They don't really rerun her that often, and then I can't, and I haven't got her weapon. And I've just got Skirk's weapon, so my pity is at 0. So I'm not sure. Dilemma. Should I get Mavwika's weapon this time or wait? So I've got C4 Diluc. I'd like to build Diluc because these characters, I haven't used them because I've only recently got them. So I want to try, I want to play them. I want to experience their play style. Kachina, she's good for exploration, obviously, for Natland. So I only built her enough to do that. I've got C3. Noelle, obviously she's redundant, but she's a good beginner character for people that are just starting Genshin. If you've just started Genshin and you need to have Noelle, if you get Noelle, you need to build her. She's a good asset for early game. Lynette. So Lynette, haven't really needed her. I will build her because I'm interested in building her as well. Also, if you've got Lynette and you don't have Yelan, Lynette does the speed running for exploration and stuff. So just use Lynette for that, and don't bother with Yelan if that's all you're pulling her for. Lynette does it. I use her for that. That's not the weapon. I think that she just ended up with that. So yeah, so Lynette is C2, unbuilt. I do watch someone on YouTube that is a Lynette main, so whenever I watch her, I'm really like, yeah, I must build my Lynette. Anyway, Farazan not built. What constellation is Farazan? So I've got a C3 Farazan. Sucrose is a C2, not built. Fremona's a C3, not built. Cephos is C1, not built. Kujisara is C6, not built. She's a bow character, but Kujisara does a huge amount of damage. I've seen people use her. I think she's worth building. Because I'm going to be doing. Because I haven't done the Inazuma content yet. I'm going to actually build her and use her for exploration for Inazuma and put her on my team just for fun. Lisa, redundant. Carve, C2, not built. Okay, another guilty that I'm now being found out about, Xin Chao. I've had Xin Chao for ages as well, not built him. And I've got him at C5. And everyone's going to be like, why haven't you built him? He's important. I know, I just haven't needed him. So, Xin Chao's getting built. Don't worry, I will build him and Shenha. But yeah. Skirk, obviously, just got her. I got Skirk within the first 20 pulls of her banner. I was so fucking happy. And then I got her weapon just in the nick of time. So I was like, I need her weapon. I was determined. So we have her weapon. She is going to be a priority to get built. I love her. Look at this. I can't wait. I can't wait till she's built and to be able to use her, because she's going to be killing it. Anyway, artifacts need to be sorted. Talents, nothing's been done. So what I'm doing. She's like, I think because I was building Escoffier, and I was like, Naomi, you need to finish Escoffier first, and then you're allowed to build Skirk. So anyway, that's never used. Ningguang, I use her to find what are they, rocks and things, crystals and all of that. She goes on my team in the last slot to locate crystals when I need to go crystal hunting, because obviously I do the teapot a lot and I need a lot of ore and crystal. So she's my ore and crystal woman. But the only thing is, when I'm exploring for them, because she's not built, she gets killed, because like slimes and things like that get in the way, and then they'll just kill her if I don't swap her quickly enough. So I want to build her up a little bit to withstand that when I need to pull her out. I've got C1 and she's so pretty. I like her play style, so I might actually just build her. But it's the resources, like, I'd love to build all of these characters. At some point I want to have all my characters built, every single one of them, just for completion. But at the moment, the resources, I can't spare them. Hazu, not built him. I think I started building him when I first got him because I liked his little karate play style. He's C4. I think he's got a cute little play style. I do like animo characters, so I do want to build more of them. I don't know if he will do much damage though in this day and age, but it'll be fun to just build him. I think it's not really about the characters. I mean, I think if you can just build them and have everything done, like talents fully, the best artifacts you can get, make sure they've got their weapon, proper weapon, everything's leveled up, they're going to be the strongest they can possibly be, and they're going to be of some sort of use. So I believe that some of these characters can still do it. I've got to say, she's good for exploration, very cute, C2. Chongyang, he is definitely good. I think that he would be a good character to fully build. I relied on him during when I first got him, and I like his play style. He's a sword character. I like his play style, and I've also got C3. Insan just got her, cute. She'll be getting built. I need electro characters, so this one's getting built. I never really used Yayo. Never used this character much, only for a little while. I've never used Yanfei for anything. I just got her and just never used her. I've always had a good stock of pyro characters. Amber, C2, not really. Obviously, we all know the story of Amber. Tignari, I've only recently got Tignari before anyone says anything. Only recently got him. I got him after I completed all the summary stuff. How irritating. I would have used him for exploration, but instead I had to use Kolai, and then I finished all the exploration, and then I got Tignari on the standard. I think it was like the standard banner or something. He just popped up. I was like, what? You're only just giving me him now? So I'm going to build him because I just want to experience his play style. Goru, nothing going on there. Lang Yan, I actually completely forgot I even had her. Like, if you said, oh, have you got Lang Yan? I would have gone no, because I actually didn't realise she was even there. Like, I got her and she was completely overlooked, so I'm going to build her. Mika, Dory, we don't even need to go into Dory. Like, she's just there. She's staying there for now. But I think she'd be actually fun to build. I mean, why not? Razor, recently got Razor. I might build him for Inazuma. I'm going to build a little Inazuma team, and it will probably have Razor and Kujusaro on there. I'd love to get Ito, just for fun. But whenever he popped up, didn't he, recently, and I was so tempted to pull for him, but I was like, no, don't don't waste your prima gems. But I really want Ito. I think he's so fun. Dahlia, got Dahlia in the first 10 pulls of Skirk's banner. So yeah, Dahlia needs to be built. Do you know what? I love building characters. I'm so excited. Looking at these characters, I'm so excited to build these characters. Toma, I'm going to build. Everyone's been using Toma recently, so we're going to build him and pull him out because I've got C5 Toma. Let's be real. He's coming out. And he shields. So, obviously, no one uses her. I was just like, when I got her, I was like, meow. We'll skip her. So that is my characters. God, that was it. That was extensive. So that's my characters, and so we've done exploration, we've done characters. Now the video is getting quite long, so what we're going to do is we're going to run through the other little bits and bobs on my account just for completion, and then we'll round it up. So let's have a look at... So yeah, on my, as you can see on my profile, it says at Serenity Teapot on YouTube, but I'm actually going to change that because I'm going to be doing other content on here. So I've just started playing Wuthering Waves. I've started playing Wuthering Waves halfway through June, and it's now, what's the date? It's now the beginning of July. It's the 6th of July today that I'm doing this Genshin tour. So I'm going to be logging my progress with Wuthering Waves from the beginning because I just started Woowa. Let's call it Woowa. It's less of a mouthful. So I'm going to be logging my progress for Woowa, and also I play Infinity Nikki. Since Infinity Nikki had their drama, I haven't played it as much. It kind of put me off. So we'll see what goes on there. Like, every time I go to play it, I'm like, their last patch I think was very childish, and I was like, come on, I'm a grown woman. Like, this is too childish for me. So I'm going to do an Infinity Nikki account tour because I've made progress on it. I've spent time on it. So I'm going to log it. And then I'm obviously going to continue playing it because I like the cozy vibes. Like, it's a good cozy game to play when I just want to chill out and not do much. So that Infinity Nikki is going to be a bit more casual than it was because now I've replaced it with Woowa. I've started Infinity Nikki because I've completed a lot of Genshin, as you're going to see. So I wanted another game to go on to, and I couldn't play Woowa before because I didn't have the right controller. They didn't support controller, then they did, and then they only support certain type of controller, so I had to go out and buy. So now I'm all set up and I'm started Woowa. So Infinity Nikki will be the very casual game. So I'm going to really focus on my Genshin and Woowa. So you're going to see Genshin content and Woowa content. Mainly, I'm not going to be like really pumping out content on this channel, but just subscribe, and then when I'm going to be focusing on I'm going to focus on mainly just updates, like logging my progress. This is mainly for me because I want to track my progress. I spend a lot of time playing these games, and I am really gutted that I didn't think to log my progress for Genshin along the way. I'd love to see my account evolve, like record it. So now I'm going to do that with Woowa, and I'm going to do that with the remaining what's left of Genshin. And I'm going to do it for my Infinity Nikki and any other games. So I'm going to change, so the point is, at the top it says Serenity Teapot because I'm Teapot main. So I'm going to change it so that it's more versatile for the content that I want to make on this channel. So subscribe if you want to see some Woowa account progress updates, Genshin progress updates. There'll be Genshin Teapot content still. I still need to do a Genshin Teapot tour. There's so much content and there's so much that I've done there that's why I'm not including it in this video, and it needs its own videos. So there'll be Teapot content, and there'll be Infinity Nikki only account progress content for Infinity Nikki. So if you are interested in any of those games or all of those games, and you just want to see and you want to keep up to date with my content, I'm going to try to monthly update all of my accounts. Anyway, that being said, let's go to my quest so you can see what's going on. So Archon quest, this is why I'm my Archon quest. Like I say, I am saving this because, like, usually when the Archon quest drop, I do it straight away, complete the whole thing straight away. But now we're reaching end game, I am savouring this because I know it's going to be, I just really want to, I'm so excited for it, but I'm like, I just want to save it. I don't know, I want to save it. I need to finish Natland stuff, so we got Natland Archon, this Natland recent Archon quest to do, that will get done. I need to get Natlan content done, so that will definitely get done soon. My story quests, I know that I've got Inazuma. I've got loads of story quests to do. I saved my story quests as well for endgame stuff. When I'm running out of things to do, like the exploration and all of that, I need to make sure I've got stuff to do. So there's certain elements of Genshin that I haven't done on purpose because I'm saving content to keep me going. Inazuma, because already it's getting to the point where I'm like, shall I log into Genshin and play? What am I going to do? Like, what shall I do on there? I do a lot of character building these days. Mainly I log on to character build. So yeah, we've got some story quests to do. That's just my daily commissions. Some work I've completed. A lot of the world quests. I always complete world quests all the time because it helps with exploration. So we've got some, obviously, like I say, I haven't done the Enkanomiya area. There's a lot of work to do there, so I'm sure there's more world quests to do there. I'm sure this isn't the only one. This is the only one that's just popped up. I've got a lot of Natlan stuff to do. There's loads of Natlan stuff to do. I've got my world ascension. The reason why I haven't done this yet is because I just want a smooth time. Like, I don't want hard fights when I'm just want to explore and do stuff. So I've just done this for an easy life. Like, I will do it, but I haven't done it because I just want an easy life at the moment. What I want to do, I've learned, let's not extend our world before our characters are ready, because you would just create a problem for yourself. So I am waiting until, because you know in the training book it tells you what characters are ready for what world extension, so you can check to see nowadays you can check to see if you're ready to go to the next world level. And if you check that most of your characters that you use are not ready for the next extension, do not level up your world extension, because you will have a hard time. Now, a lot of my characters now, I am getting to the point where I can level up, but I'm not completely there yet, so I'm not leveling up yet. So that's why it's not done. So that is my advice. Check the training book, each character in a training book, and see who's ready and who's not. It will tell you. Anyway, so that is my quests, my achievements are 788 achievements. So we've still got quite a lot to do on here. We'll just have a slow little scroll through, because this is important to log as well, how I've got on with my achievements. So we're nearly here on the underground chasm. See this, the summary, even I've got 100% there. I've got to do the other two little areas that I showed you, but the other stuff's done. Now TCG, I think is quite fun, and I have played TCG before, but it's something that I would like to learn more about and play. I tried to play it the other day and I was just absolutely useless, and I was like, well, we're going to forget that for now. So yeah, this is my achievements. Then we've got, let's just quickly go through my inventory, and then I think that is it. Then that's everything I've got to show you. So this is the overview of my weapon situation. So I collect all the any weapons I get. I keep a copy of them for collection reasons. So I collect so I've got a lot of these weapons that are not going to be used. But I've saved them because I need to R5 this. Like, some of them I'm going to R5 a lot. I've kept a lot of the copies because I'm going to R5 some. Some of them are spare. Like, these ones are going to be spare because I really only need that copy, but I've got two just in case. Because Arlecchino was a surprise, and they were like, yeah, you can put white tassel on there. And then everyone was scrambling around to make sure they had white tassel. So you just never know. So I keep a good stock of these type of weapons, but these two can probably go. Like, this one's R5, and that's being kept. So I've set my settings that to lock 3-star weapons, so that I can make sure that I'm keeping a copy and R5 in them. So yeah, I just make sure that it's just a collection. So that's my collection of weapons, basically. And my artifacts situation. So yeah, we've got 292 artifacts. Yeah. Then we've got, I need more books because obviously we've got a lot of building to do. So what I've been doing is farming ley lines for books daily because I need them for my characters. So I just log on and do that. I built up loads and then I've used a lot of them on Escoffier and other characters. So yeah, this is my inventory material, my character development materials. Then we've just food and all of this bits and bobs. Then these are my gadgets. I like to log what gadgets I've got at this point. So my treasure compasses, as you can see, I haven't got Natlan's one. I don't have Inner Zoomers one, so need to get those. But these are the ones I have. These are the gadgets that I have. These are my quest items. Also, with your quest items, a lot of them can be put to use. So you just need to, usually there's YouTube videos on what to do with a lot of this stuff. Like these stuff, you've got to collect 10 of them and then you can craft it. Like it's not going to let me, once I've collected all 10, then you're going to craft them. You know, I mean, these get used for something. I haven't got all of them, I know that because I checked. So I think I need 6 of these. So you can look at YouTube videos, just type in what to do with mysterious ores and there'll be a video on what to do and where to get them and how many you need and then what to do with them after that. So yeah, unless you actually want to keep the items in here for collection purposes, you can actually go and... So with these sacred seals, I've literally, because I've completed the desert, I've done all the sacred seals, so I don't know why I've got all of these sitting there, unless there's some in those last 2 areas that I haven't. I'll just check to see if there's any in those last 2 areas. There must be. I think that's... I've just realised, I think in those last 2 areas, at the top there, where I haven't explored, in the desert... There must be a place to use these sacred seals. I'm going to have to check. Anyway, so that's my quest stuff. And then there's my precious items situation. Obviously, you get these for your birthday. I love the fact that they give you these for your birthday. So I've had 2 birthdays. So I've got a birthday coming up in August, so I should get another one. Excuse me. So... Yes, I know I've got a lot of fragile resin sitting here, but I've used fragile resin very sparingly. And because I do a lot of exploration and I complete all the events and quests and things, I haven't actually, for like resources and stuff like that, and I play every day, so I use daily resin quite a lot, so I only use fragile resin when I'm actually really building a character in a hurry and I want to speed up. I save it so that, say like Skirk, and I'm spending the day building Skirk and I've run out of my daily resin, I'll start tucking into my fragile resin, but I do use it sparingly. I need to find all of these. I don't know what the hell that is. So yeah, these are these, so I can turn in some of these Pyro Sigils and Dendro Sigils, and then I've got all of those, and then this is my teapot stuff. As I said, I'm a big teapot player, so I am really interested in making sure I collect all the furniture for my teapot, for my projects that I'm doing. I'm doing various projects in my teapot. I love the teapot so much, it's like, but the thing is, the reason why I'm changing this channel from being a main teapot channel is because I can't do much content, like I can't do much outside building on Genshin because I play on a controller on my iPad Pro, and in order to build, like, you know, in order to, like, what's the word, you know, like stack things and all of that stuff, they need to make it easier to build things in a teapot. It's really frustrating that they've got all this beautiful stuff and you've got to go to such extreme lengths to build things the way you want them. It's just, they really need to improve the way that people can build in their teapot, and I think that's why people don't use it and build it. But with the you know, I mean, but with the you know, with the abilities that I have, I've done the best I can, but I have lots of ideas, but executing the ideas is really hard. So I'm not focusing on teapot content on this channel because it's just, I just can't get the content out quick enough. Anyway, I remember somebody did come in and asked us to tour my teapot, and I let them. So if you'd actually want to come and find me and you want to go in my teapot and just walk around and stuff, you can, and check it out yourself. Happy for people to do that. Anyway, so that's it for this video. I think I've covered everything. I can't think of anything else that I need to record. Like I say, this is more for my personal recording, but if you've liked this video, please subscribe so that you can catch the future ones. The future ones won't be this long. This is just because I'm touring the whole of the account for the fact that I've played for 2.5 years, and I want to record that progress. The next video that I'm going to be doing is my Woowa account, because I only just started playing that. It's a month old and I'm very new to it, so I'm excited to be able to track that content. Then after that, there'll be a Nikki Infinity account tour, and then we're going to be doing, in August, August is going to be quite a busy month for me because there's a lot going on, so I'm not sure what content I'm going to be able to get out, but I'm going to try at the beginning of August to do a July update. So I'm going to aim to do monthly updates on all my accounts to see where I'm at. So anyway, I won't hold you any longer, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you want to. Friend me on Genshin, there's my UID up there and everything. So I will see you in the next video. Bye bye bye.